Hi guys, Dazzie's back. Welcome to my channel. This is Dazzie's top 20 selling comic books of the week, and this is episode 57. Today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week of the 24th of January 2020. Since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. Here is this week's top 20. Let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. Starting in at number 20 on our list is a book from 1983. Now, the New Mutants trailer effect is beginning to fade a little bit, but it's still pulling in decent sales. The book in question, New Mutants, issue number 1 from 1983. The beginning of the first New Mutants solo storyline. And it sold 15 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 91%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $100. I found them in ratty condition for around about £10 before. I certainly wouldn't overpay for that book. 19 on our list, guys, and this is a book I picked up I think the week it came out in my LCS. I was initially going to flip it because it was going for around about £10 at the time, but I decided to hold on to it because I'm never going to have the real McCoy. The book in question, Amazing Fantasy, issue 15, the facsimile edition. A great book if you can't afford the real McCoy. I've got the Marvel Milestone reprint as well. It sold 14 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 108%, and a CGC 9.8 went for a high of $76, guys. Up next on our list, more New Mutants. This is seeing some declines, but it still sold 16 copies. The book in question from 1984, New Mutants issue 18. And this is the first full appearance of the Demon Bear, the villain of the New Mutants movie. I still like the cameo over this, which is issue number 3. It's also got the first appearance of Warlock in this, who is Douglock. I think he's going to be a character in the film, if I'm not mistaken. We've also got the first appearance of Magus, Peg Moonstar, Tenarchy, which is an alien race, and the first appearance of William Lone Star. So you're getting bang for your buck. This book, like I said, sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 73%, and a high sale CGC 9.6 went for $51. 17 on our list is, again, like I said, I thought I had this one. It was on my list for my last top 20. It's still there now. This is Uncanny X-Men 160. I need to add this one. Now, this is the first adolescent appearance of Ilana Rasputin, aka Magic. There are a lot of first appearances with Rasputin. There's New Mutants 14. There's a few out there, but this one's heating up a little bit at the moment. It sold 18 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 85%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $159 for that book from 1982. We're sticking with Marvel for number 16 on our list, and this comes from 1971. This is the second appearance of Morbius in Amazing Spider-Man issue 102. Also, the first appearance of Anne Bancroft, I think it is her name, the fiancée of Morbius, who was going to be in the movie. It's also, believe it or not, it's got the first 6th armed version of Spider-Man. It sold 13 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 120%, and a high sale CGC 8.0 went for $155. 15 on our list. Now here's the origin of the Black Suit Spider-Man. It comes from 1984. We are talking Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue number 1. That's your book, guys. Getting a bit of love. I found very few of these in my hunting. I've actually never picked one up, but I've seen a couple. It sold 13 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 123%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $142. 14 on our list. It comes from 1984. It's a Very tough book to get in 9.8. Yet a copy had a big sale of that week. And the book shares the tie for the first black costume symbiote in the Spider-Man title with the Marvel Team Up issue 141. You've guessed it, Amazing Spider-Man issue 252, guys. Great, iconic book. Like I said, the first time Peter Parker dons the black Spidey costume in an Amazing Spider-Man title. Okay, mine's the direct market edition, and I paid 30 quid for this back at the back end of 2017. Now, it's sold 15 copies of late. It had a 7-day trend of plus 108%, and a CGC 9.8 went for a whopping $530. Pretty iconic cover there. Number 13 in our list. Safe to say I will never own this one, and that makes me sad because I'm a big Hugh Jackman fan. Just from that, you've guessed it. From 1974, The Incredible Hulk, issue 181. The first full appearance, I'll say, of Wolverine. Still don't understand why 180 isn't. He's in a few panels, isn't he? And talks even. I don't know. Of course, we are going to get more Wolverine in the MCU at some point. Now, I've been reading rumours that they're trying with a lot of money to get Hugh Jackman back. I would love to see a Wolverine versus Hulk movie, or even Wolverine versus Deadpool, because I know Ryan Reynolds is keep trying to get him back, but I don't think it will happen with Hugh Jackman. It sold 10 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 176%, and a high sale CGC 9.6, wait for it, went for a whopping $12,300. A book that shows no signs of slowing down. Now, number 12 on our list. There are rumours, very loose rumours, that there's going to be a possible Firestorm DC Comics film featuring the Ronnie Raymond version. And his first appearance comes in this issue from 1978, guys. Yeah, Firestorm. This is a fantastic read. The first appearance and origin of Firestorm was Ronnie Raymond and Martin Stein. Of course, we've had the character in The Flash and the Legends of Tomorrow show. Great books. Also the first appearance of Danton Black, who becomes Multiplex in the next issue. And he appeared in The Flash show. So many great first appearances. We've got the first appearance of the Thinker, there was Clifford Carmichael. First appearance of Doran Day and Eddie Earhart. So you're getting bang for your buck. But a great book and a great series. It sold 14 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 166%, and high sale CGC 9.2 went for $60. This one's always undervalued in my opinion. I paid £9.82 for my mid-grade copy back in the middle of 2016. It seems to be a little bit trimmed, which is really annoying, and I will upgrade this one definitely one day. Number 11 on our list. I've picked up a few of these issues. It comes from 1977. It's all about the Morbius movie. And this is Spider-Man issue 76. Like I said, 1997 issue. The first appearance of Lokius Crown, aka Hunger, who was going to be the villain of the Morbius movie. It sold 27 copies. Had a 7-day trend of plus 180%. And had a high sale. Raw went for $20. Now, I paid £6.38 the day he was announced to be in the movie, but I've since found pound copies at cons and things. So don't overpay for this one. We got the first appearance of Jill Stacy and the first appearance of Shock in this one as well. But it's all about Crown, and it was one of my very first hot comic book alerts. So we're into the big top 10, guys. Let's see what is really hot. And starting at number 10, surprisingly, more Morbius. And this is a book that I have seen on numerous occasions and never picked it up. And now it's quite an expensive book. Rise of the Midnight Suns, Morbius, issue number 1, guys. If you haven't seen this on your collecting times, there's something wrong, because they are plentiful, trust me. What can I tell you about it? Well, this marks the first ongoing solo series from Morbius, and it sold 21 copies with an average sale of $4.43. So like I said, it's really not the value, it is the quantity that they are now selling in. People are turning to them because they can't get Amazing Spider-Man 101. Number 9 on our list. More Marvel media related books. Of course, we are getting new Marvel shows on the Disney Plus. I hope you guys saw the trailer the other day for WandaVision, Loki and Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier, sorry. And this one's coming soon as well. Pretty much of a stalwart on my list these days, The Savage She-Hulk, issue number 1. Again, a fantastic read, Bronze Age at its best. This book sold 11 copies this past week with an average raw sale of $61.50. Why? Of course, because it's the first appearance and origin of She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, who's going to be the star of the She-Hulk film. We've got the first appearance of Nicholas Trask, the origin of the Hulk retold, of course, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner, and it is a cover homage to the Incredible Hulk, issue 1 from 1962. Number 8 on our list, and we're talking Eternals, and we're talking the Neil Gaiman story, and it comes from 2006, Eternals issue number 1. Like I said, there we go, guys. I think I have seen that one on my hunts, but they're not easy to find. The movie, the Eternals movie, we're going to be getting that trailer fairly soon, I should think. And the movie is supposed to take elements from that book for the story. And it sold 22 copies with an average raw sale now of $5.20. Number 7 on our list. And we have another Morbius trailer related bump. This one is the first appearance of Hunger, formerly known as Crown, who will be, like I said, the villain of the Morbius movie. There's your book, guys. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, issue number 4. Okay, so we've had Spider-Man number 76. Now we're talking Spider-Man issue number 4. And what can I tell you about that one? Well, that book sold 14 copies with an average raw sale now of $9.93. Like I said, Hunger, or formerly known as Crown, will be the movie bad guy. I love it when these books that aren't really worth much suddenly get a big price bump because of somebody appearing in something. And number 6, more Eternals, but this time another store pretty much on my list. It is the original Eternals number 1, the first volume, and just keeps popping up. Like I said, movie is coming out and info keeps leaking on the filming, the first appearance and the origin of the Eternals team. We've got the first appearance of Icarus. He's going to be in the movie. We've got the first appearance of the Deviants, Brother Toad, Margot Damien, Crow, Cataphracts, Dr. Damien, Vira, the first mention of the Celestials, and their first appearance is in the next issue, number 2. Okay, so I hope you've got that one as well. This book sold 17 copies with an average raw sale now of $83.50. I paid £14.95 for my copy the day it was announced, which was the 12th of April 2018. To go with that, I picked up another copy, and I think I paid about 12 for that one, but it's got a bit of a tape pull up there. But besides that, it should be worth a few quid when the trailer drops of open. So we move on to number 5 on our list. Another stalwart. Just keeps coming and coming, this book. Ultimate Fallout, issue number 4. Enough said, it's the first appearance of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. We are, of course, getting the Spider-Verse sequel at some point, and rumour has it he will be appearing in the MCU down the line. It's also the issue where Reed Richards becomes the Maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. They often come polybagged, mine wasn't. It's a Death of the Spider-Man tie-in, and I paid £13.90 again the day it was announced that the animated film was coming. That was on the 8th of March 2018, and it has sold 17 copies of late with an average raw price now of $117, guys. Crazy stuff when you think what the movie can do for it, and it's not even live action. Passed on another copy for about 15, and my mate picked it up and sold it in his shop for about 50 a few weeks later. Crazy. Number 4 on our list is the big boy book. There's a lot more BS this week, and the first appearance comes in, of course, Amazing Spider-Man, issue 101, the first printing. Now there is a silver second printing as well, so always be on the lookout for that one, because that can garner some coin now as well. But like I said, very excited for more BS, especially as it seems that Michael Keaton will be reprising his roles as Vulture, and that is an MCU Sony crossover, which is fantastic. It sold 35 copies with an average raw sale now for that book of $276. Number 3 on our list, People Will Chase Random Things, and this is the first appearance of a character called Kotati, who plays a big role in Empire. This was didn't know about this one. The book in question, Avengers issue 133. Like I said, the first appearance of Kotati. What can I tell you about that one? Well, that book sold 13 copies with an average selling price now of $9.49. Like I say, it's going to play a big role in Empire. And talking of Empire, Star Wars is on fire at the moment, both with the latest film, which I thought was a vast improvement on The Last Jedi, and the Mandalorian series, which is crazily good by all accounts. And the book in question, number 2 on our list, is Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren, issue number 1. The first appearance of the Knights of Ren. They were very underused, though. That was my one downfall about The Rise of Skywalker. They didn't see enough of them in the movie. It sold 42 copies with a high sale raw of $39.99, and that happened on the 19th of January. On average now, the raws are going for $21.01. So that's an expensive book for a recent title. I will try and track that one down. My boy Ethan is really into Star Wars at the moment, and he's been reading the Star Wars books in my collection. So, number 1 on our list, and like I said, we are sticking with Star Wars. We've had issue number 1. This time we've got Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren, issue number 2. That is our number 1 for this week, but guys, like I said, the last issue was the cameo of the Knights of Ren. This is the full appearance of the Knights of Ren, and it's an issue that also explores Ben Solo's backstory. The book sold 45 copies with an average raw sale of $14.94. Love me some Star Wars at the moment. Cannot wait for Mandalorian Season 2 that comes out in October. And of course we're getting the Obi-Wan show and the Captain Cassian and K2SO show, so don't forget about that one as well. That's it, guys. That is a wrap. Let's see how many I had this week. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a bad week, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for Daz. 8 out of 20. Well, it's not that good a week, is it? If you like what you see, please subscribe. It means the world to me. And I've just been watching a new UK channel, and that UK channel is Not Quite Mint, guys. Not Quite Mint. Please, if you get a chance, look up their channel. They've only been going a month or so. There aren't many of us in the UK that are in the community. Any support for them would be very much appreciated. They've got a lot of good content, much more professional than I am. That's Dazzie over now. Subscribe to me. Bye for now.